By the authority conferred on me as Vice-Chancellor, I now constitute this Assembly a congregation of the University of Cape Town.
The National Anthem. I have the honor to invite Karabo Kakao, President of the SRC, to read the university dedication.
Good afternoon to the House. At this time of celebration, we, the members of the University of Cape Town, reaffirm our mission, which is to nurture rational and creative thought and free inquiry, to strive for excellence in teaching and research, to educate for life, and to address the challenges of our society. We undertake to advance these ideals in a spirit of freedom and responsibility, and through consultation and debate. We celebrate our founders, benefactors, and predecessors, those who have built the fabric and nourished the values of UCT. Now, to those of you who will graduate today, we wish courage, wisdom, and purpose. And as you embark into your next milestone, remember the words of Maxwell Maltz, which read, "We must have courage to bet on our ideas, to take the calculated risk, and to act." Everyday living requires courage if life is to be effective and bring happiness. And to those who will leave the university to learn and work elsewhere, keep in mind that the glory is being happy. The glory is not winning here or winning there. The glory is enjoying practicing, enjoying every day, enjoying working hard, trying to be better than before. May you be sustained by those values which unite us here today and advance them in the world beyond. These are values of a love of truth and of learning and of this, our university. Thank you.
You may sit. We are delighted to invite the proudly UCT a cappella group, Anecdote, winners of this year's South Africa's Got Talent, to perform at today's ceremony.
시구부 시바시에는 시구대가 시구대게 시방법 시구부 시바시에는 시구대가 시구대게 시방법
You don't come around to see me in the week. You don't have a chance to call me on the phone. Friday night, yes I know I must be ready for you, just waiting for you. I know weekend special. I know weekend special. I know weekend special. I know weekend.
Githi woza nawe uthathe isigugu wema uzowuzwa kuthi like ayisishaye kanjani wema mama
Thatha isigubu usifake ezozweni ufaka ama-specs uzowuza bubu nadobulapho Thatha isigubu usifake ezozweni ufaka ama-specs uzowuza bubu nadobulapho Thatha isigubu usifake ezozweni ufaka ama-specs uzowuza uzowuzwa ubunano bulapho. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a medley of Grigubu, Weekend Special, and Tati's Gubu. Take your clothes. I didn't say take your clothes off, I said take your clothes. After this, this vibrant South African College of Music is a jewel in the crown of the University of Cape Town and at the forefront of music making in South Africa and internationally. The procession was led by Sky Zazla from Black Roots Marimbas. The national anthem was accompanied on the organ by Alexios Vikatos. As for anecdote, we can see why this energetic and polished group won the country's vote. Thanks to UCT alumni Leah Adams, Amy Campbell, Kevin Smuts, Daniel Mombasi, and Monet Katz, who graduates as Dr. Katz this afternoon. Vice-Chancellor, election to a fellowship is a singular honor recognizing original and significant contributions to knowledge. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for a fellowship of the university, Karen Irma Barnes, professor in the Division of Clinical Pharmacology. Karen Barnes has made important and original scientific contributions that have informed national and international malaria treatment policies and practice. Her research has focused on 3 areas: the comprehensive evaluation of changes in malaria treatment policy and how these impact on anti-malarial resistance, optimizing dosing in vulnerable populations in order to delay drug resistance, and the clinical development of much-needed novel anti-malarials. Professor Barnes's research has contributed substantially to understanding anti-malarial drug exposure among the vulnerable target populations carrying the highest malaria burden in Africa, among whom suboptimal dosing could fuel the spread of anti-malarial resistance. Since its inception in 2009, Professor Barnes has led the pharmacology module of the Worldwide Anti-Malarial Resistance Network, a collaborative platform dealing with the efficacy of anti-malarial medicines, data sharing, malaria treatment policy, including optimizing dosing in vulnerable populations. These findings led to changes in the latest World Health Organization guidelines for the treatment of malaria. This is a high-impact, multidisciplinary field with national and international collaborations, which has led to the recognition of Professor Barnes's research group as the MRC Collaborating Center for Optimizing Anti-Malarial Therapy. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to invite you to award a fellowship of the university to Karen Barnes. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for a fellowship of the university, Malcolm Robert Collins, professor in the Department of Human Biology. Malcolm Robert Collins' doctoral and postdoctoral work in extracellular matrix biology, in particular collagen gene expression, stimulated his current research focus in elucidating the molecular mechanisms causing common exercise-associated musculoskeletal soft tissue injuries. He has developed a very productive research team at UCT, which has published several seminal papers on the identification of genetic risk-associated factors for common tendon and ligament injuries. The UCT-based research group is currently internationally recognized as the pioneers and authority in this area of research. Professor Collins has developed a national and international interdisciplinary network of research collaborators consisting of clinicians and scientists. He has supervised or is currently supervising several postdoctoral fellows and nearly 40 masters and doctoral students. He has also published more than 130 peer-reviewed papers, review articles, and book chapters, and has presented over 60 keynote or invited talks at international and local conferences. Professor Collins is an NRF B-rated scientist, a fellow of the European College of Sports Science. He's on the editorial team of several international sports science journals. He's a member of the Academy of Science of South Africa, and is a member of the International Steering Committee of the Athlone Project Consortium. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to invite you to award a fellowship of the university to Malcolm Robert Collins. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for a fellowship of the university Michael Ian Lambert, Professor in the Division of Exercise Science and Sports Medicine. Michael Lambert's research is focused on the biological adaptations and maladaptations that occur after exposure to regular exercise. The main message from this work was that adaptation to exercise is individualistic and needs to be carefully monitored to prevent any signs of distress, which is the thread in his research at the Sports Science Institute. He developed a test to monitor the fitness or fatigue status of players in collaboration with the High Performance Center of the Sports Science Institute of South Africa. This test was novel because it used heart rate recovery as a marker of autonomic nervous system function, and the review from the study has been cited 135 times. In 2008, a PhD graduate he supervised got the position of General Manager for Box Smart, a program within the South African Rugby Union, which is designed to make rugby safer and in particular reduce the risk of catastrophic injury. This is a productive research relationship, providing opportunities for MSc and PhD students, and the research has had a positive impact on safety in rugby, contributing to rule changes in the game and a lower incidence of catastrophic injuries. Professor Lambert is the editor-in-chief of the South African Journal of Sports Medicine and is a life member of the South African Sports Medicine Association, which in October 2015 gave him a merit award for his services. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to invite you to award a fellowship of the university to Michael Ian Lambert. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for a fellowship of the university Christopher Allen Lund, Professor in the Department of Psychiatry and Mental Health. During his training as a clinical psychologist in the mid-90s, Lund became interested in how mental health services were organized and delivered, and the exclusion of poor and socially marginalized groups from cost-effective mental health care. This spurred his desire to develop rigorous scientific methods for the study of public mental health. His PhD provided the first post-apartheid situation analysis and norms for mental health services in South Africa. These norms were later adopted by the Department of Health to guide national mental health service provision. Professor Lund developed an interest in the key role poverty plays as both a cause and consequence of mental illness. As a result, he led the first systematic literature review of poverty and common mental disorders in low and middle income countries. He has published well over 100 papers in the international literature. He has an NRF B rating, and he is the winner of the NSTF TK Kambule Award for 2016 for research over the past decade. Within the field of global mental health, he is one of a handful of the most eminent leaders and researchers. Professor Lund's research has pioneered the development of mental policies and services to address the growing burden of mental illness in South Africa and other low and middle income countries. His scientific work has had a significant impact on the development of norms for mental health services, drafting of national mental health policies, development of the World Health Organization guidelines for mental health policy and services, identification of major social determinants of mental illness in low and middle income countries, interventions that address the cycle of poverty and mental illness, and delivery and evaluation of new models of mental health care. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to invite you to award a fellowship of the university to Christopher Allen Lund. Vice Chancellor, I now take pleasure in introducing to you our guest speaker for today, Dr. Judy Dlamini. Dr. Judy Dlamini is the founder and executive chairman of the Mbekani Group. She is the former chairperson of Aspen Pharmacare Limited, a JSE-listed South African pharmaceutical manufacturer with more than 60 established business operations in more than 50 countries and product distribution in more than 150 countries. Mbekani Group celebrated 20 years in business in 2016. The group has operations and investments in different sectors, including pharmaceuticals, facilities and property management, tourism, surgical instruments management, and luxury fashion retail. Dr. Dlamini qualified as a medical doctor in 1985 from the University of KwaZulu-Natal. She has worked as a medical practitioner and later a consultant in occupational health. She has an MBA from Wits, after which she joined the investment bank. She obtained a doctorate in business leadership from UNISA, where she investigated the intersection of race, gender, and social class in women's CEO career progression and strategies for gender transformation at leadership level. One of the academic contributions from her research is the wheel theoretical model. She converted her thesis to a book titled Equal But Different, which was published in December 2016. The book was selected to the exclusive books Homebrew 2017 list under the business category. She is the recipient of the African Economy Builder Lifetime Achiever Award for 2016 from African Economy Builder Forum and the Global CEO's 2016 Africa's Most Influential Woman in Business and Government. Dr. Dlamini serves on several boards, and she and her husband are the founders of Future Nation Schools, a private schools group which offers futuristic technology enabled and epitomizes excellence in Africa. And they are also founders and trustees of Mkiwa Trust, a family public benefit organization with a focus in rural development and education. Dr. Dlamini is a wife, mother, and grandmother. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Dlamini.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Max Price, the Dean of Health Sciences, Professor Bongani Mayosi, members of the convocation, the President of the SRC, parents, and graduates. Good afternoon. It's such an honor for me to address you on such an important event, celebrating success. 32 years ago, as reminded when my CV was read, that it was in 1985 when I found myself in a position where you find yourselves today. Actually, it doesn't feel like 31 years. Having just qualified with my MPCHB 32 years ago, I know the hard work that has enabled you to reach this point. I also know that you could not have achieved this on your own. So as I congratulate you in a job well done, I also congratulate your parents, not only for supporting you, but also for creating an ecosystem that allowed you to dream and enabled you to achieve your dreams. The lecturers that gave of themselves for your success, well done to all those stakeholders that actually have enabled us to be here to celebrate today. A lot has changed in the past 32 years, most of it in the right direction for our country. As a person, I have changed. For me, my definition of success has changed. Back then, when I was seated like you are today, I defined success as achieving financial independence. I strived to attain this. I believed that financial independence leads to happiness. 32 years later, my definition for success has changed. Though I still believe that financial independence is important, I now define success as finding your purpose and living it. Finding your purpose starts with understanding who you are, your strengths and weaknesses, investing in yourself, hard and soft skills, body, mind, and soul. It is when you are at peace with who you are and embrace your strengths and weaknesses that you are attuned to your purpose in life. Arriving at this position did not occur overnight. It took encountering many challenges and failures and roadblocks, and navigating around those roadblocks and failures has made me a better person. It has enabled me to believe that I'm living my purpose as of now. What I wish for you is that you embrace life as the gift that it is from your maker, however you define your maker. Appreciate the people and the relationships that you make along your journey. Find your purpose, live it, and enable other people to find theirs and live their purpose. We live in a country of significant inequality across the different social identities. Your social class determines whether you have access to quality education and/or quality healthcare or not. It cannot be right. There aren't many of us who have the privilege to attend your South African equivalent of Ivy League schools, which UCT is one of. It is my submission to you that we owe it to ourselves and those that come after us to use that privilege to make a difference in other people's lives who are less advantaged than ourselves. The inequality in our country is not sustainable. All South Africans, even the poorest in the remote rural village, have contributed to your success through their contribution to the fiscus. Each one of us has a responsibility to give back so that their future is better because we lived. There are many ways of giving back, from serving the underprivileged, sharing knowledge, or through financial contribution to one child's education. I stress education because it has the highest impact to communities. It is a game changer for generations. It is our former president, Utatu Nelson Mandela, who stated that education is the weapon you can use to change the world. I add that education can change your world and other people's world. I used education to change my world, and now I'm using it to change other people's world. Some of you will leave the country to look for greener pastures, but you'll always have a bond with this country. Dr. Chris Barnard, who studied at the University of Minnesota in the US, he came back to South Africa to share what he had learned. He is a good example of giving back to a country that made him. 50 years ago, he changed how we were perceived in the world in general, but in the field of medicine specifically, through the groundbreaking heart transplant that everyone in the room is aware of. As medical professionals, we are called to serve. When we take the Hippocratic Oath, we commit to this. It is my belief that our service is bigger than health, important as health is. Our service is about serving to humankind through humble, selfless contribution wherever we are with whatever we have. If each one of us in this country lived to serve others, our country would be the envy of many. It starts with each one of us. It's not just the leadership that has to serve, but each one of us can make a change by serving others. There is a quote that I would like to leave you with as I sit down. I quote, "No act of kindness, however small, is ever wasted. Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. Make what change you are able to make now, and let the giving spirit spread like a virus." And no one understands that better than doctors in the room. "Infinitely touching the lives of people you may never meet, across boundaries you may never cross, in ways you may never imagine." That is the power of giving and your ticket to changing the world. May you serve your life's purpose and also help others to live their purpose. I thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you for those words, Dr. Dlamini. That advice for our young people was invaluable. You'll note from the applause that it was extremely well received. Thank you very much. Vice-Chancellor, an Imbongi is a composer and an orator of poems of praise. Limbongi offer critical commentary and narrative on the state of society through their izibongo. Here to offer a poem of praise, an umbongo, in honor of graduates, their families and teachers, is artist and UCT music education graduate and an honors potential graduate in April 2018, Niliswa Sampi Kunyelwa, whose stage name is Sangi M.
Hiyole kubo ekudala ni singa hiyo kaloku le nkhubo ekudala nifuna lapho nginyangelo mSouth Africa madoda kaloku namhlanje kudibene isizwe nenhlanga sizovuya sivuyisana hleki isichazo lugigitheke kuvelene nokugqibela ngoba kaloku le ntwana usathani danile sulele zonyembezi zekhala kaloku nilile zavuyo ngoba umqubuka dudutyela uvuthiwe hlambane zosipathi nithi themba mqala uzawuginya kuthi mandigide ndombele ndikhethe xa ndibona abazali izalamane nezihlobo bezixhasa le mfundo ngathi ndiyabona ezompokotho ziphicekelile ngoba kaloku imfundo la ifuna iqhoshe ngenamntu nja hayi makwethi nasi inkcubachopho nina kaloku ninamabele abhonxileyo aphuma amasi nobusi apho zonke ezintsana zincela khona ningumthombo nina apho nifana namanzi ankcenkcezayo lonke ilizwe lisela khona. This is the time for you to go out there and conquer the world. Do not disappoint. Give love. have compassion. Halala, 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 halala. Congratulations to you all, people of great honor. Amatenga wetyala madoda. Okagabuti washumtomla butiti bumsuthu mjodi. Ewagawule warhuqa madoda. Ephume sithi ndili yaka yaka nje nje nje. Kuma ndili yaka yaka nje nje nje. Haibo ndili yaka yaka mama. Ndili yaka yaka nje. Ndili yaka yaka nje nje nje. Halala 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 halala. Yeah. Yo.
I'm sang. Yashisa lekhaya ushisisile. Uyasha umazambane uyabona. Siyabonga kakhulu.
We now move to the part of the program where we will be conferring the degrees. And before we do so, since this will be for many health science graduates the first time that they are graduating, we follow the ancient tradition of affirming a modified Hippocratic Oath to signal our commitments to our teachers, our patients, and our communities. I invite the Dean to lead the oath.
Good afternoon. I'd like to invite health sciences graduates and members of the health sciences profession to rise and to join me in saying the health sciences declaration. Let us read together. I solemnly pledge to serve humanity. My most important considerations will be the health of patients and the health of their communities. I will not permit considerations of age, gender, race, religion, ethnic origin, sexual orientation, disease, disability, or any other factor to adversely affect the care given to patients. I will uphold the rights and civil liberties to advance health and even under threat. I will engage patients and colleagues as partners in healthcare. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity. I will respect the confidentiality of patients, present or past, living or deceased. I will value research and will be guided in its conduct by the highest ethical standards. I commit myself to lifelong learning. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Thank you very much. You may take your seat.
By the authority conferred on me, I now admit to the degrees and confer diplomas on those who are listed in the program as graduating in absentia. I will now admit to the degrees and grant diplomas to those present who will be presented to me by the Dean.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the postgraduate diploma in health professional education, Fatima Peters. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Audiology, Lamiz Ali. With distinction, Danielle Blazel. Kirsty Lee Campodonico. Richard Matthew Clark, Simone Dello, Tara Lee Farenfort, Wildine Marion Grief, Chloe Megan Eunice, Amy Hilia, Senzo Jerry Shope, Justel Elizado Hugo, Shannon Justin Jeptas, Aisha Khan, Talia Lifson, Kayla Masten, Nomshle Mbele, Nompilo Mkhize, Tanaya Ellen Ravi Naidu, Lindy Wayne Ngube, Claire Kirsten Porchite, Mercedes Simon, with distinction, Lisa Jade Shand, Sanelisi Wesibanda, Vuyokazi Sitole, Lerato Santa Smata, Camilla Grace Spracklen, Nikki Trump, for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Medicine, Nokulunga Guliwe, for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Occupational Therapy, Amina Ali, Tasneem Arend, with distinction, Heidi Elsa Berger. Nicole Benfield, Petunia Popape, Erica N. Bourne, Snotile Promise Buthelezi, with distinction, Nicola Mire Siliers. Yolande Mary Clothier. With distinction, Jennifer Mary Connock. With distinction, Kirsten Deruk. Sibahle Siphelele Dladla. Amzolele Feisi. Nasima Gangat. Zahira Gangat. Olwetu Gumede. Hauhelo Nontsikelelo Hebe. Dominic Marie Jamie. Nomonde Irene Jumba. Saneliso Kotobe. Gerlinde Crooks. Jamie Tamara Leroux. May Catherine Pin Swan Lee. Simon Maboya. Ngale Arnold Masaba. Kadira Manuel. Mapefo Yvonne Masehare. Kuputso Maserumele. Dimpo Karabo Matibe. Kamagu Mayosi. Karen Misrol. Guguletu favorite Mlochwa. Taylor Lee Mouton. Musima Tabatso Mpela. Winnie Mutavatsindi. Sharon Felicity Nolwazi Ndukuya. Nonkuleko Sibongeseni Nembula. Sithembele Nkosini Beauty Ngobo. Tinyiko Pela. Petunia Humutso Ramete. Yashmita Ramsunda. Dominique Michel Rigon. Graham Arthur Roberts. With distinction, Sashan Tammy Robinson. Rilbohile Prudence Shai. Nobulali Alexia Shude. Maxine Kumo Jade Sibagnoni. With distinction, Ashira Singh. Angela Dina Tabo. Tahira Timol. Angela Violet Taka. Yanelisa Tuño. With distinction, Stephanie Amanda Villa. Andrea Williams. Chantal Daisy Wilmot. Zizi Po Leketwana. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Physiotherapy, Karen Rose Alexander. Stacey Lee Karen Amsterdam. Lauren Kim Angelil. Jason Arense. Danielle Jade Austin. Claudia Rose Barr. With distinction, Gillian Jennifer Bedwell. Megan Elizabeth Besaden-Hout. Smilo Michael Bovula. Tabile Precious Dada. Ebo Minentle Dlamini. With distinction, Juliet Heather Mary Forsyth. Tracy Lee Goff. Jessica Lee Hawkridge. Anush Hendricks. With distinction, Louise Magdalene Hitchens. Naila Jacobs. Simpiwe Emmanuel Kanyile. Chandra Kim Knowles. Karen Lisa Lowe. Zimkita Lihle Luhlaza. Mojabeng Confidence Majaha. Sipositu Makaza. Ashley Tyler May. Camilla Alice McGrath. Nozintle Patricia Mkize. Khuputso Molamu. Tobile Ngobile Ngobo. Noma Kabiso Emihle Ngwena. Wezi Nyimba. Kate Emma Pretorius. Vuavo Ramuluela. Courtney Ravel. Melissa Page Race. Samantha Kate Rule. Megan Shapiro. Caleb Lindsay Schultz. Tyler Jade Spike. Chantal Steenkamp. Mishka Suleiman. Tyler Tyne Thomas. Trish Ventura. With distinction, Kate Margaret Flock. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Speech Language Pathology, Aquila Abdullah. Wasima Abdullah. With distinction, Akila Adams. With distinction, Jenali Askoff. Zakira Bolat. Charlize Chapman. Georgina May Chmielewski. Kimara Christopher. Amira Daniels. With distinction, Jessica Carmen Dean. Petejo Christian Tibakwane. Caitlin Mary Fisher. Helene Adrian Finn. Rita Kokwana. Tanya Khaydin. Tara Rose Hock. Felicia Lail Lalu. With distinction, Raquel Sharon Leroux. Silindo Kuhle Penelope Mafuya. Moresi Gaupelelwe Mogatusi. Nicole Claire Motani. With distinction, Jordan Ray Nash. Thiani Pillay. Sheridan Lee Pollitt. Shanae Rida. Megan N. Roderick. Michaela N. Shuri. Sivuisiwe Shanice Stoto. With distinction, Cameron Claire Tablanche. Ashley Claire van Eden. Taylor Vanessa Viviers. Cecile Kathleen Watkins. Jessica N. Williams. Natasha Lee Wood. For the degree of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, with distinction in the clinical sciences, Magali Erita Siti Ajobi. Nana Serwa Adolfo Ansung. Matthew Dean Alexander. Kurt Ali. K. Gibran Alibrokas. Yusuf Amin. Lita Bakumeni. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with first-class honors, Andrew Thomas Beaton. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with first-class honors, Jessica Kate Benningfield. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and a degree with first-class honors, Richard Joseph Berman. Mohammed Zahid Kasim. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Tariksha Nand Chandabali. Ngateko Chauke. Renuga Devi Chetty. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with first-class honors, Robert George Clutie. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with first-class honors, Taryn Ann Collins. Leyland Jandre Daniels. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with first-class honors, Elise Andrea de Kock. Marvin Samuel de Villiers. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Gugu Nokutula Dlomo. With distinction in the clinical sciences and a degree with honors, Wesley Paul Duplessis. Jantel Dupré. Lileko Chuma Echun. Daniel James Stedler Egan. Emma Maria Fagan. Matthew Mark Fesson. Lauren Sarah Fernandez. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with first-class honors, Luke James Fletcher. Naledi Lady Fodo. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Emily Ariane Fogel. James Peter Francis. Rabia Ibnato Ibrahim Gabriels. Rachel Ariel Thyssen. With distinction in the clinical sciences and a degree with honors, Daniel James Geldenays. With distinction in the clinical sciences and a degree with honors, Michaela Joan Grimley. Sharon Bronwyn Guy. Tamsin Hangon. Jason Lee Harry. Emil Ayanda Shope. With distinction in the clinical sciences and a degree with honors, Tamsin Jade Hazeman. Chloe Oriette Ile. With distinction in the clinical sciences and a degree with first-class honors, Rakiba Ismail. Megan Harriet Jacobs. Uma Jacobs. Bridget Maureen Jelsma. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with first-class honors, Mirtha John. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Margaret Amber Johnston. Amahle Jongile. Yandisa Manduleli Jordan. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Quinta Joubert. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Kathleen Murugi Kabuya. Yasmin Khan. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and a degree with honors, Mone Frank Katz. Atenkosi Kema. Petejo Evelyn Khatla. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Pasanta Katri Chetri. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with first-class honors, Kele Kolwane. Ronald Mbonisi Kumalo. Edmund Richard Buti Keyingi Kibuka. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Caroline Sean Kitchen. Augusta Abena Kodiwa Agekum. Nicholas Kun. Melissa Kube. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with honors, David Henry Langford. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Min Q Lee. Mashatse Jonas Lekokotla. Jordan Luke Lepan. Muthalifi Charles Letuka. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with first class honors, Ziad Mohammed Lemalia. Tara Ludwig. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Ako Lupuana. Liabona Lutuli. Mbongeni Ruben Mabanga. Charmaine Zapiro Machimani. Zizipo Nolutando Matigizela. Nzika Andile Madonsela. Tandanani Ayanda Madonsela. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Sipesihle Kanya Mahanjan. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Sohil Verandra Maharaj. Unati Mandaba. Jauhelo Manyane. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Jani Maritz. Georgina Zanele Masawi. Mapilo Mohodisi Mashamba. Tumelo Mashishi. Similo Nandi Grace Hope Matendra. Zikona Majesini. Nokutula Sibusiso Mayaba. Nalisu Zanetemba Mazubane. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with first class honors, Carla Mackenzie. Nkosinati Tabiso Mdlalose. Nokolo Nokwazi Mdlalose. Laurie Kate Milligan. Siyatutuka Mmobi Mkize. Khumutso Mokumi. Khumejo Miranda Mohane. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Asma Kanya Mohammed. Puluka Lesedi Moloi. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Kaylin Mudley. Mamutente Precious Morasui. Hotatso Mankwe Motapo. Palisa Mochuari. Kajiso KG Mpatwe. Lerato Bridget Mponya. Spesihle Nonzuzo Mtembu. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Kate Elizabeth Markert. Alison Lynn Muller. Onkopotse Neo Mvumvu. Sinenhlanhla Noxolo Mvuyana. So is it the next one? Huh? Nomasiko Benedicta Mieni. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Arifa Nagia. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with first class honors, Azel N. Naika. Rieshan Mut Naidu. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Nimesh Naran. Vusumzi Ngapai. Simpi Wendaba. Zamandlazi Princess Ndlazi. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Michael Francois Nell. Portia Tobeka Ngobo. Bongani Emmanuel Ngonzweni. Simpiwe Notando Ngwenya. Kristen Stacy Nieuwenhuis. Nasipi Njomeni. Ngwanateko Chehofatso Nkopodi. Simpiwe Bongekile Nkwanyana. Sivuyile Simiselo Ndete. Thembelihle Sinegugu Ngasana. Patricia Nyabinge Omwansa. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Sarah Shafika Parker. Amy Lee Parsons. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Samira Patel. Avusiwe Pefile. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Talia Megan Perumal. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Taylor Jordan Phillips. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Murray David Pilkinghorn. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Amber Poli. Tendai Michael Ponde. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Storm N. Quinlan. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with first-class honors, Cheryl Rajpal. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Tsepiso Antoinette Ramafutole. Ashmika Rampasad. Suen Rankwana. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Kavil Reddy. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with first-class honors, Seska Roberts. Karen Ainsley Roberts. Kira Caitlin Robertson. Muhammad Riyad Salamut. Anissa Sali. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Ilam Samai. With distinction in the basic sciences and the clinical sciences and the degree with first class honors, Erin Nicole Sampson. Frank Dean Sanan. With distinction in the basic sciences and the clinical sciences and the degree with first class honors, Karen Ruth Schuster. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Alex John Scott. Karabo Mapitso Sebopa. Dineo Retabile Rejoice Sefoloco. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Zainul Abidin Shaikh. Nontutuko Samukelisiwe Shandu. Zolelwa Sifumba. Hloniphile Sihlale. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Sidrath Ajit Singh. Anelisiwe Anati Sokanyile. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Simone Nicole Solomon. Abiola Ayobambo Soniyi. With distinction in the clinical sciences, with distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Jonathan Paul Spanos. With distinction in the basic sciences and the clinical sciences and the degree with first class honors, Gabriela Nadine Stein. Akona Stemela. Richard Charles Sterrock. Nazim Sabroti, with distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with first class honors, Tessa Kirsty Suttle. Gladys Abba Swatson. Muhammad Ashad Talib. Hassan Ali Tariq. Mampe Tima. Edson Salamoa Tembe. With distinction in the clinical sciences and a degree with honors, Kavir Tejpal. With distinction in the basic sciences and the clinical sciences and the degree with first class honors, Julie Kate Thomas. Sibongile Tito. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Etepile Tlali. Hamza van der Ros. LD van Lochenberg. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Sevas Daniel Fester. With distinction in the clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Daniel Fesser. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with honors, Ulrich Albert Vokeli. Nadia Wahid. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with first class honors, Kendra Jody Wilson. With distinction in the basic sciences and clinical sciences and the degree with first class honors, Kristen Whitey. Zippo Bridget Woji. With distinction in the clinical sciences and a degree with first class honors, Olivia Wharton. Kirsty Lee Wright. With distinction in the clinical sciences, Stephanie Jane Wright. Jimmy Ken Lim Yap San Min. Chad Michael Young. For the degree of Master of Medicine in Forensic Medicine, Itumeleng Jacobeth Molefe. For the degree of Master of Nursing in Child Nursing, Tiamike Nali Nkoma. The recipient of this next degree passed away recently, soon after receiving the results of the degree. I will ask the platform party to please stand for the Posthumous Award of the degree of Master of Philosophy in Emergency Medicine in Clinical Emergency Care. This is to Garth van Niekerk, and I'd like to request the family member to join the Vice Chancellor on the stage. Please be seated. For the degree of Master of Philosophy in Emergency Medicine in Patient Safety and Clinical Decision Making, Kirsten Leslie Cohen. For the degree of Master of Science in Nursing with distinction, Israel Olatunji Gabriel. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Clinical Science and Immunology, for a thesis on the role of HIV-1 envelope compactness and glycosylation in resistance to neutralizing antibody responses, Tande Kamoyo. For a thesis which shows a novel class of non-neuroleptic phenothiazines with antimycobacterial properties and non-toxicity profiles, which could lead to the development of new, more efficacious and less toxic anti-tuberculous drugs. Sumeya Saleh. PhD in Forensic Medicine, for a thesis which, by critically describing the reciprocal meaning of emergency care and gender-based violence, promotes health system responsivity, emergency care accountability, community of practice, and gender health justice. Navindra Naveen Naidu. For a PhD in health economics, for a thesis which shows that in the South African health system, mutual trust between patients and healthcare providers is nurtured in gendered contexts in which both groups feel safe to be vulnerable, even whilst inherent power differences remain. Voloshny Governor. A PhD in human genetics for a thesis which uses the latest DNA sequencing technology to study inherited blindness in indigenous African families, generating knowledge about the unique mutation spectrum of South Africans to improve local genetic diagnostic services. Lisa Jane Roberts. For a PhD in medical biochemistry, for a thesis which uses preparation and evaluation of flow cytometry, compatible high-content microspheres to address the limitations of multiple biomarker detection in flow cytometry, thereby enabling new diagnostics requiring label-free detection. Fezile Bongekile Kumalo. For a PhD in medical microbiology, for a thesis which applies a range of techniques to investigate the predicted role of a known mutagenesis cassette and an associated protein of unknown function in the mechanisms enabling survival and mutagenesis in Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Sophia Johanna Gessner. For a thesis which explores the use of One Health surveillance approach to investigate the extent of foodborne bacterial pathogens and uses molecular and proteomic methods to divine the virulence and antimicrobial resistance attributes of these pathogens. Bosco John Kalule. A PhD in medical virology for a thesis which shows that chronic parasitic worm infections have adverse effects on immunological responses to HIV vaccines, and that elimination of these worms by chemotherapy confers only partial immune recovery. Godfrey Azundini Jivuho. Also in medical virology for a thesis which contributes to HIV vaccine development through elucidating the role of neutralizing antibody responses and antibody-dependent cellular cytotoxicity responses in controlling early HIV-1 infection, Dieter Milke. For a PhD in medicine, for a thesis which explores the effect of cardiovascular risk factors on high-density lipoprotein function and subclass distribution. Nicholas James Vodberg. For a PhD in neurosciences, for a thesis which demonstrates the effect of prenatal alcohol exposure on the electrical dimension of human brain function during performance on movement-based experimental tasks. Matthew Michael Gehold. For this PhD in neurosciences, I am going to invite the supervisor of the candidate to come and receive the certificate on her behalf, as she is in hospital at the moment. She wrote a thesis which shows tuberous sclerosis-associated neuropsychiatric disorders occur in 7 natural clusters and proposes that these natural clusters can be used to reduce the diagnosis and treatment gap in the disorder. That's Lauren Leclésio. Continuing with PhDs in neurosciences, for a thesis which investigates the molecular profiles of the 2 most common types of childhood brain tumors in a South African cohort, thereby adding to the molecular knowledge base of these types of tumors. Omesan Naya. for a thesis which uses magnetic resonance imaging to show the prenatal exposure to methamphetamine is associated with reduced caudate volume and white matter integrity in neonates. Fleur Lewis Wharton. For a PhD in psychiatry, for a thesis which shows that children affected by HIV/AIDS are exposed to multiple risks to their psychosocial well-being and development, and that there is emerging evidence of community-based programs to address this issue. Sarah Ann Skin. For a PhD in psychiatry, for a thesis which shows that a task-shifted evidence-based therapeutic intervention to treat antenatal psychological distress is feasible, acceptable, and is likely to reduce symptoms and improve daily functioning among affected women. Maxine Faith Spedding. For a PhD in radiotherapy, for a thesis which elucidates the role of mitochondrial dynamics in radiation response of cancer cells and demonstrates a radiosensitizing effect of a molecular inhibitor of mitochondrial division. Michelle Parker. For a PhD in surgery, for a thesis which defines the optimal surgical strategies in the management of patients with complex and life-threatening injuries of the pancreas. Jacobus Edmund Krieger. Last but not least, for a PhD in surgery, for a thesis which shows the pig gastric salivary and cervical mucins can be used to inhibit HIV-1 subtype C in vitro and may be a potential candidate for a microbicide to minimize the vaginal route of HIV infection. Santosan Thiagaraj Pillay. Over to you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a long ceremony and a warm afternoon, but worth every moment because it reflects the number of graduates we have coming out of the health sciences successfully, the new knowledge being created, the research, the undergraduates and graduates who are going to go and change the world. And let's give them one huge round of applause for their achievements. The University of Cape Town is so proud of you all. As you graduate and go out, some of you graduating from UCT for the first time, some have graduated before, you join a community of graduates, of alumni, who form the convocation of the university, an important body which provides continuity from the past through to the future, and you exercise that role in part through electing members of the council of the university, the governing body, electing the chancellor of the university, who is currently Mrs. Graça Machel, representing for us the values of the university, And you also, we want to keep in touch with you so that we can send you electoral ballots, we can send you quarterly newsletters. In time, we hope you will also support your university, because the university, a great university, depends on the support of its alumni. And I urge you to keep in touch with us and to tell us as you change your email addresses and you change your addresses as you move around the world, change through jobs. We have chapters of alumni all over the world, and there will always be a chapter and a network and a community of UCT alumni for you to link into wherever you are. You leave UCT not just with an outstanding degree and superior technical knowledge and competence. You leave, I hope, with a set of values that represent the University of Cape Town. And I want to thank our speaker today, Dr. Judy Dlamini, for reminding us of those values, a commitment to social justice, to addressing the challenges of inequality in our world, which is all around us. And you, as health science graduates, have the special privilege and the special fortune to have been trained in professions that are immediately applicable to changing the world of individuals and the world of our communities for a better place. And I urge you, and I know you will, devote your lives to that cause. But before you go out and celebrate, I'm sure you'll want to thank people in the audience who've come with you today and who have come along with you a long journey, who are your families who have supported you emotionally and psychologically and financially. And I invite the graduates to stand up and make eye contact with your loved ones in the audience, wave your scrolls above your head and shout your appreciation to them. Halala. And I am sure, I know that the graduates will agree with me in saying that you also could not have got to this point in your lives and in your academic careers without your teachers, your clinical supervisors, your doctoral supervisors who are represented on the stage behind me as the faculty of the university. And I invite you to show your appreciation to them too. The University of Cape Town occupies the premier place that it does because of these people, this Brains Trust, who are devoted to your education, who are devoted to new knowledge, to service. And I want to thank them on behalf of the university for not just making this the great university it is, but for hanging in there during a difficult last 2 or 3 years and being loyal. This has been a particularly long year this year, and we want to thank you on behalf of the university for everything you've done for the students and for us. And you may be surprised to learn that in a university, the academics only constitute about 1/3 of the staff. More than 2/3 are support staff and professional staff who look after you in the residences and feed you and clean the residences and provide security, drive the buses, run the departments administratively, run this graduation. And I want you to thank them too, because they are an integral part of what makes this university so great. I want to thank you, the support staff, and thank you. I meant to include in that a special mention for Brenda Klingenberg, for whom this is her last graduation in health sciences after many years as the faculty manager. Congratulations, Brenda. So it's time to go and celebrate. Once more, congratulations to all of you. Have a great break and be safe. And remember to support your alma mater in the years ahead to ensure that your degrees, this asset that you have, maintains the value it does through the reputation of our great university. Congratulations.
What a wonderful celebration this has been, and how very appropriate to round it off with a PhD in mucus. It's wonderful. I want to make a special mention to Professor Jake Krieger. Jake, who's from the Department of Surgery, a long-standing friend and colleague who served this university with great distinction and who has been a distinguished teacher. Congratulations on your PhD. Brenda Klingenberg, thank you for everything. We've worked together for years and years, and you've also served this faculty with great distinction. Thank you. Now, we at UCT take great pride in following the lives of our graduates, and in turn, hope they do us proud. Now, this university does not merely train doctors, actuaries, teachers, and lawyers. You will be going out into the world to make your mark. You will not be expected to merely practice your profession. You will be called upon to address major issues afflicting society, here and globally. Be prepared to help and to participate in building communities, offering a helping hand to those who need it, encouraging those who follow you and who are ambitious like you to come to university and to always contribute to a greater good. Whilst we've enjoyed the privileges of this university education, we learn of our young ones who cannot read with comprehension. Don't let that be the problem of the government to sort out. Every one of us is responsible and have to make a contribution. Their dreams, the dreams of these young people, should not be trampled upon. We should enable them to realize their dreams. So we live in a world which is sadly a place of turmoil, racism, gender discrimination, poverty, epidemics, corruption, and you will be confronting such issues daily while practicing your profession. And we know, we'll be watching you from the sidelines. We at UCT know that you'll do us proud. I wish you luck and success. Thank you. We've now reached the end of our celebrations. The congregation will stand the congregation will stand and the procession will leave the hall. The graduates will then follow, and then their families would follow out. Please don't assemble at the door. Go right down to the bottom. And if you're good, we're going to invite you for refreshments. You'll have to turn right into University Avenue and go to Leslie for your refreshments. Thank you and go well.
By the authority conferred on me, I now dissolve this congregation of the University of Cape Town.